Hello and welcome to English coaching class. Students, welcome to the class. Hello, I hope all will be in good state of mind. And as though all of you are watching the channel, my English class, as you are a new viewers, I'll request please subscribe the button given there and just press the bell icon button, as whatever the new updates, whatever the new videos I'll be uploading, you can get the update. And don't forget to press thumbs up or like button. So students, in our last class, we have discussed the summarizing idea of the chapter Deep Water from Flamingo. And today we will be discussing a new chapter, not from the text, neither from an unseen passage, but as I'm telling something, you can just connect to it. You might have remember in the olden days, the peasants were used for communication. Means you can remember something, you can connect your something in your mind. You might have heard the song in Hindi, Kabutar Ja Ja, Pehli Pyar Ki Pehli Chithi Lekar Ja. Okay, students, you can just connect an idea. So it's all about we can say it's all about the letter writing. Okay, it's all about the letter writing. Today we are going to discuss the writing topic, that is letter writing. In the early days when people used to use bird as a communication method through which they can communicate, means letter writing was done, but bird used to take in the letters from one place to other. So basic till now, as letter writing, it has its importance. Similarly, you must not forget that letter writing is an official writing. In your junior classes, you have learned letter writing, informal, formal, but here in class 12, this is content for class 12 CBSE students. And for CBSE students, as per CBSE guidelines, the topic letter writing, it carries 6 marks. And 6 marks in letter writing form. I'm just making you aware, students, this letter writing, all the formal writings have been covered. So just today, this letter writing, I'll be covering all the formats of letter writing, whether it is a official, it is a principal, or it is a business letter, or it is a what we can say commercial letter. So what kind of letters we are using, how we are writing our letters, we'll be dealing all the contents today. Okay, students, just a little bit idea, and let's come to the page where I'll be giving the idea about letter. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, the letter writing here on your page, it's clearly visible. Letter writing, it carries 6 marks. See, in writing section, it's of 30 marks, 30. And out of 30 marks, short writing, it is a 4 types of what short writing includes in a syllabus, that is notice writing, advertisement, poster writing, and invitation and reply. Letter writing is a medium form of writing. Short writing carries of 4 marks, letter writing carries of 6 marks, 10 marks, and long writing each carry 10 marks. So when we'll be going in next class, the coming day, we'll be going to the long writing, but today we'll be discussing the short writing, that is letter writing. Okay, we'll be discussing on the topic letter writing. So what is letter writing? The most common form of written communication is the letter. Okay, I told you in the early days that for the communication purpose, bird was used. Bird was taken a medium, but writing was a medium of communication. Bird was a medium from one place to another, but letter for conveying the message, the process was used, that is letter. Okay, understood, students? So here, the most common form of letter written communication is letter. Letter should have a format that goes with the latest conventions. Latest conventions. See, in the previous days, in the previous when I was a student, and you may be in the junior classes 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The letter writing you have read it, even in 11, it is always some other modification, some other changes. We are getting it when you'll be learning the letter writing again. It's never stable, means it's never the same. Some of the changes always we are able to see. Similarly here, so we have two formats, you know, students, that is informal and formal. These are letters written to close associates. So we are not going to discuss the letter of informal letters, but we are going to come to the formal one. Okay, the formal one, what we are going to cover. These are the topics for in the classes, normal day classes when you are going to the school. And when teachers will be taking your classes, business letter, official letter, one class, letter to editor, one class, application for job, one class, order placing, so many different classes for these topics will be shared. But students, I won't be taking a different videos for these topics. I will be bringing all the information in one video where you can get all the ideas in a crisp way, in a short way, and all the information should be there. So first one, business or official. In that, what are things coming here under it? For making inquiries, the letter has been written for making inquiries. Okay, I'm underlining it. Inquiry letter. Next one, registering complaints or complaint letters. Asking for means, again, you're asking, you need something, and giving suggestion. Okay, or giving information. You give information or you ask something, another way of writing letter. And placing orders and sending replies. When you place your order in XYZ company, you need material for example, you might have seen the questions coming in the question paper. You are a sports teacher, you need equipment for your sports, and you're all placing order in a company XY or a showroom. So you write a letter. So that these kind of letters coming under business or official letters. Okay, these are the subtopics we are going to discuss: making inquiry, registering complaints, asking for or giving informations, placing orders, and sending replies. Next is letter to editor, giving suggestion on an issue. Just underline and mark it down, this line I have mentioned here. Giving suggestions on an issue. Just write it down or just underline it or remember it. Giving suggestion on an issue, letter to editor. This is an important point, a short point that is totally giving the whole idea of letter to editor. Okay, next, third was application for job. So just remember, this is the topic covered in that number 3, application job, from class 12 till getting old age. Whenever you will be teaching to your kids, your friends, every time this application for job is important. You will be learning in upgrade form. In class 12, it's a base, it will be taught to you, and later on stages, you'll be learning more. Okay, clear? So these are 3 types of letters and its subdivisions we will be discussing letter writing. Okay, students, you understood? Now next, we'll go to the marking scheme of letter writing. Marking scheme. Okay. Marking scheme of letter writing. Format, 1 mark. In format, what are things coming? It's proper layout or sender's address. Proper layout, sender address, date, receiver address, subject, salutation, complimentary clause. These are the basic things. If it's missing, you're going to lose some marks, but you're not going to lose full mark. If something is missing from the layout, proper layout, sender address, receiver address, date, subject, salutation, complimentary clause, anything is missing, some marks will be deducted. It depends on the situation. Sometimes if you've written something you've omitted, even teachers give you the mark in this content or in this questions, or means in the part of format. Okay. Next comes here content, that is of 3 marks. Relevant ideas to be presented in a coherent way. Okay, very short, to the point, I'll tell you, in a logical way. In a logical, the things in a proper order, in a proper sequence will be done. Okay, use connectors appropriately. Use connectors appropriately. Divide into paragraphs. There should be minimum 3 paragraphs. Yes, students, underline it, mark it down here. There should be minimum 3 paragraphs. So when you go for writing, it's a common format marking scheme I'm talking about. All the writer writings, when you will be coming to your school, it will be taught in a separate way, everything. But I'm going to teach you all in a common way, and just I'll segregate what is basic difference in each of them. Okay. Okay, getting my point? Next is point here, expression, that carries of 2 marks. Total is 6. Total is of 6 marks. Expression 2, content 3, format 1. See, again, in the content part, we have seen it what? The coherent, proper, logical. I did not talk about the grammatical. Expression coming up, grammatical accuracy, spelling, coherence, relevance of ideas and style. Okay, again, here, grammatical accuracy. When you're presenting, see, some sentence, when you write, it is grammatically correct, but logically incorrect. So when it is logically incorrect, again, it is sentence is wrong. So when you present a sentence in writing format, it may be proper, what, logically correct and grammatically correct, both must be there. Okay, and the next, what I'm talking about, when you write logically correct and grammatically correct, and then all the lines what you're writing in a letter, it should follow each lines. Means first paragraph will be connecting to the second, and second will be connecting to the third. Means it should be having some link. If there is no link in the answer, then your writing is worthless. There is no benefit of writing the answer. Getting my student? So here, next point is expression, that is of 2 marks. Point number 1, grammatical accuracy, spellings, 1 marks is students. In writing part special, these points what I'm talking about, spellings. In first spellings, if you're committing errors, most often your marks are deducted. Most often I'm talking about. I'm not saying rarely, I'm saying most often your marks are deducted. But in reading section, if you're committing spelling mistakes, already done a video in reading section. If you're committing some mistakes in reading section with spellings, you are given, means you're not taken, that in highlighted you have done wrong. But in expression part, in writing part, if you're committing mistakes, your marks are deducted. Got it clear? Next. Note, no mark is awarded if only the format is given. No mark is awarded. But I'll tell my experience. One of the student in 2018 or 19, okay, in the pre-board examination of the class 12, due to the lack of time, I remember the girl, she is doing a law in some of the university right now, and she has committed a mistake. What mistake? She has just written the layout, means a format, did not write the content. But in the note, I am saying that no mark is awarded if only format is given. But I have given the mark out of 6, 2.5. Okay, because in CBSE, if you're writing something, you're going to get mark, even it is a writing part. Even it is a writing part, you're going to get some mark in it. Yeah, students, I was sharing my personal experience. I told you a girl of class 12, when I was correcting the paper, I have given mark. But in the note, I am declaring, it depends upon the teacher. And students, whenever the question comes in an examination, and you're not going to leave a question, whatever you know, you are attending the class, online class, live class, virtual class, whatever class you are attending the class, you know ideas of something, you must write. You're not going to leave. But here in a note, I'm making aware that it depends, because I am giving mark, other may not. Some may give, I may not in some situation. It depends on the evaluation of a teacher. So no mark is awarded if only the format is given. Credit is given for candidates' originality, underline it here, originality and creativity in presenting his or her idea. This is one, means grace mark, something students also get in when they present originality and creativity in presenting his or her ideas. Mixing up traditional and modern layout is not acceptable. Yeah, another one. See, mixing up modern and what the students just mark it here, mixing up traditional and modern layout. Traditional one, in old one, writing the address from the left hand side and ending content right hand side. This is a what old format, or we can say traditional format. And modern, we are using everything in a left alignment, in a left hand side. So you cannot mix those all formats. So if you're mixing up, your marks loses guarantee. Even I or anyone will correct, will give you minus marking. Okay, that's clear. So just see the marking scheme where how you're going to lose your marks. I have cleared you all the informations. Okay. So now come to the informal letter example. So it's not required. You know it is. You have learned in your junior classes. It's a sample in front of you. Just I'm switching over to the formal part. Yeah. Important points to remember while drafting letters. While drafting letters, I'm not talking about application, job application. I'm not talking about business or official. In general, whatever letter you're writing, in general, all the ideas, all the points I'm going to cover here. Write the letter in the full block format. That is to the left. Means what I'm talking about in CBSE, we follow block format. Okay, means everything should be in a left alignment. Left alignment, you understand, students? In a computer, you use left alignment. Everything should be in a single line. No mismatch of a line. One single line, everything will be coming up. And that alignment, left alignment, you're going to follow. Next point. State your reasons for writing in the first paragraph and stay on track. Just see whatever the question may be, whatever the question may be. The point number 2 declares clearly, whatever it may be, job application, it may be your official letter, it may be a business letter, whatever letter it may be. So what you're going to do, state your reasons for writing in the first paragraph. First paragraph, a reason of writing. And stay on track means further whenever it's coming, it must be connecting to the first paragraph. Clear? Next point, always include specifics that will help ease the recipient's task. Okay, always include specifics that will help to ease the recipient's task. For instance, if you are writing to a bank, mention account number. Yeah, that's clear. Try to understand, students. Whenever you're writing something, include the recipients, means all the short information. Means, for example, you are writing asking for writing to a bank. Mention your account number. Mention the account number, till which date you have open your account. What are the issues? Everything should be there. This is one example has been shared. It will be easy for the man who is going to receive the letter and can understand your purpose of writing. Means you share all the information, your problems, or what you need, but your account number is missing. Okay, so there will be a problem. Students, if I'm going fast, you can write me down. I'll stop and I'll make it clear, and then we'll go further. If there is any doubt, you can write it down in the chat box and I'll definitely answer you what's your problem. Okay, next point. If you refer to other correspondence, quote date of the letters or reference number. One point here, mark it down, student. If you refer, see, so for example, your school, in the question you will be getting, write a letter or write a reply letter, invitation reply, student. Invitation reply, it is just about an invitation reply. But like the invitation and reply, when you receive a letter from XYZ company and you are writing a written letter to him, so you have to give the reference number. On this date, I have received the letter. With reference to that letter, I am writing this letter. Okay, you have to quote the date of that letter when you have received it. Or you have connected, suppose you have placed an order and yet you have not received the order. On this date, I have ordered, and till now that reference should be given as correspondence to whatever the thing you are writing. It may be business, it may be official, whatever it may be. Understood, all of you? Next point. File numbers, order numbers, check number, quick date, include. Okay, you must include that. Include copies whenever possible. Include copies means whenever you have a copy of it, xerox of it, you must fix to it. Okay, so everything that in this time we will join. Okay, I'll let you know. I don't do regularly. I do thrice or 3 to 4 days in a week, not daily. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk at the end of the class. File number, order number, check number with date. See students, when you write official letter, suppose check, you receive a check, suppose related to check you're writing, and you have mentioned the check number in the letter. For official use, you want to give a copy to it. Photocopy can be attached. Attached, I have attached a photocopy. Similarly, you can write it down for the reference, these numbers attached. In your examination copy, you can also mention it, and you can draw and give that attachments in your paper, answer paper. Okay, draw that shape and you can present in your answer paper. I hope I have cleared the point. If you have any doubt in these points, you can write it down in the chat box too. Gently and respectfully direct the recipient's course of action, means to whom you are writing. See students, you give Seedhi baat no bakwas. MTV, you have seen the ad. Seedhi baat no bakwas means whatever you're going to write, you're very direct to the point and very respectfully you're going to write. Okay, you must show your respect. Courteous, you must be very courteous with your words. Okay, you must be very courteous with your words. No ordering kind of words, no hyperbole, exaggerating words, no use of skills of high language, means high vocabulary words. Very simple, very appealing, and to the point you are going to write. Clear hai? It may be strongly worded, but always be courteous. See, for example, I want to and use polite language and pleasant tone. Suppose, for example, student, I'm telling you, you are angry on someone. You are angry on someone, but your words are, your way of talking is very polite. But words, what you are connecting, that is indirectly making him aware that you are angry. Okay. Suppose when you are stating, today I am very much happy what you have done it. But I hope so, this kind of things will not happen in your coming days, because this was an error. Means you have covered, you're saying your things were good, but there was a certain error, and that of course cannot be acceptable. Okay, so when you're highlighting some points, you don't say you're bad. You present the lines in such a way that people can understand that you are talking about him positive way, and you're highlighting his negativity in such a way that he cannot understand. If he'll understand, yeah, he can understand easily he has done some negativity. He won't feel. The language should be very polite. Got it clear? Self-introduction should be avoided. Yeah, formal letters, this must be avoided. Yeah, this must be avoided in formal official letters. Self-introduction should be avoided. Okay, should be avoided. Must be or should be, you're getting different. Some case you can give your identity, you are this, but most of them you must not give the self-introduction. Clear, students? Next, informal expressions. Informal expressions. Example, greetings. Contracted form of words should not be used. Okay, contracted form of words. You, you apostrophe V means you have. Okay, when you're writing formal writings, this kind of short forms you have not going to use. I have, I apostrophe V, I have, this kind of contraction words, short forms you're not going to use. This is a formal writing, official writing. So in official writing, this kind of things won't be used. Students, clear hai? My point is very direct to you. I hope you're able to understand. No contractions, no informal. This is an informal way of speaking. In speaking, you can say you, I, am. Okay, but when you write, I am. So formally, you're going to write it down. No shortcut way of writing. When you write shortcut way, you're going to lose mark. Guarantee, whoever it may be. Okay, understood all of you? Next, see what I said is Seedhi baat no bakwas. The language should be simple. Let's see, always be simple. When you're simple, you're the simplicity always shines, always brights. Means it is in a limelight. Similarly, your language should be simple, straight to the point. Whatever you're going to say, simple language and to be appealing. Anyone can understand what you want to say. Okay. Next line, leave a line additional space between paragraphs since no indentation is followed. Leave a line. You might have seen whenever I have corrected your copy or anyone's copy, So I have made a when there is no spacing. So whenever you write a letter, proper spacing gap should be there and you must give. If you're not giving, for bad impression, you may lose your mark also. So that's why I have mentioned here, leave a line or additional space between paragraphs since no indentation is followed, as we follow indentation in note making. So that's why here no indentation is followed. Proper one alignment we follow, left alignment. So when you write paragraphs, leave a line in each paragraph. Okay, clear, students? Next, open punctuation to be followed. Open punctuations, okay, where no punctuation mark to be used. Open punctuation to be followed, no punctuation marks to be used. See, no punctuation mark here and open punctuation means directly I am saying open punctuation refers to that you must not punctuate more. Okay, for example, we quote lines when we speak in direct speech. Here quotation should be avoided when you write a letter. Quotation must not be there. So that's one kind of punctuation you are going to avoid. Okay, comma, colon marks, semicolon, most of the quoting, this kind of punctuations we must avoid. Simple line, simple sentence and directly connecting to the point. Okay, students? So next point is here, do not mix up the old format and new format. Yeah, I was talking same when I was describing the marking scheme. When I was describing the marking scheme, I was talking the same. Do not mix up old format and new format. If you're mixing up, lose of mark will be, you're losing a mark. Okay, understood, students? Next, in the letters to the editor, do not ask the editor to solve the problem. Biggest problem of the students. I'm underlining here, I'm highlighting it. When you write letter to the editor, do not ask the editor to solve the problem. You are writing, you have seen the issues due to which you are writing you're highlighting these issues to the editor to be publishing in a what paper. So you are the person who has seen the issue and you know the solution you are going to give in the newspaper. So you don't ask the editor to solve the problem. He's not going to solve the problem. He's not going to highlight that. It's your duty when you write the letter. So you are doing this kind of mistakes, big anda you may get it sometimes. If teachers are strict, directly you're going to lose mark in body part. Okay, half of the mark or more than that you may lose it. Okay, because editorial part, this is a big error, or we can say the students do it. Okay, understood, students? Letter to editor. Next point we are coming here, in job application or curriculum vitae, that is CV. Curriculum in the job application letters, curriculum vitae or CV, biodata or resume should be written. I am underlining again. After writing job application, these one must be there in job application part. Curriculum vitae, biodata or resume should be written. See, in CBSE, what happened? We stick to one part, biodata, simple, again, appealing, mark fetching. And real life situation, curriculum vitae, biodata, resume should be written. Means what happened in real life situation, these three formats, curriculum vitae, biodata, resume, when you go to the higher class, engineering or BCom or MBA, where this topic will be taught in a detail. Even if I'll be taking in communication class, I'll be teaching in more detail what are these, how it can be used. Okay, students? So just as per CBSE, we follow, I even suggest to write a biodata. It's easy and easy to secure mark because students need that, and I help the students to secure mark first. Later on, I make them understand what is the day-to-day use of that in our life. So even you must understand when you're going to use in your day-to-day life. If you don't know that, it is a problem for you. You can only secure mark, you cannot do good in your own life. So you must know how to secure mark, and practically you should know how to improve in real life situations. So remember, curriculum vitae, biodata, resume in different level we use it, but for examination, biodata. Later on when I'll be uploading in YouTube my channel, these all subjects for different level BCom students and MBA students, they have these topics. Okay, engineering, even it is there one paper. Okay, so I'll be uploading, I'll be doing videos, and I'll be coming to you students. Okay, so those are watching out of CBSE, they can also get it some idea. It should not be included in the body of the letter. but after the complementary clause as enclosed. See, I told you job application is over. This is another separate part that will be written biodata. It is not connected in a application. It is after application we are going to write it down. Clear, students? If any doubt, write it down in the chat box. If yes, you are clear with the things, just write yes. I can see you are active, you are listening to me. I can understand, yeah, you are listening to me. Yes, yes, yes. One students have written. If you're listening to me, come on, students, you can write yes. I can understand. Yeah, you're listening me properly. You're able to understand what I'm teaching. Yes, very good, students. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Very good, very good. The last part we are coming here. In the letter to editor, use yours truly as the complementary clause. Yeah, get it. One point here more clearly. See, one general. Students, they need one shortcut. एक formula सभी जगह चिपक जाए. Means one wording. Yours faithfully is commonly used in all the letters. Yours faithfully is commonly used in all the letters. Means formal letters you can use in all. But we need appropriate. Teachers sometimes deduct mark. This is appropriate. This is chalega. Yours faithfully will work, but we need appropriate. So for editorial, you can write. You can use yours truly. Okay, as the complementary clause. But if you forget, you don't remember yours truly, you can write yours faithfully in every letter, official letter, any letter you are writing, you can write yours faithfully. No issue. It will work. It will work. It is a common thing. Subject चिपका सकते हो. But we need appropriate. We need appropriate word for getting full marks. Okay. So yours truly is for editorial letter. Got it clear, students? Come to the next point. Here is a format. Here is a format. Format of a letter. Here is a format of a letter. As we write it down, sender address. After sender address, see, we are not giving any comma anywhere. So no comma, no full stop anywhere in the sender address. Similarly, in the date, no comma, no full stop. Address of the addressee, the who is writing this address. Okay, so to whom we are writing the address? The director or Mr. or Mrs. Global Enterprise, 8 Cross Victoria Layout, Bangalore. Here also, at the end, we are not giving full stop. To segregate with the different lines or different words, different places, we are just making comma. But actually, at the end, we are not giving full stop. So we are not using any full stop anywhere. Salutation, see students, sir, only sir you are going to write in your application, your formal letter. When you know, suppose I am a teacher right now, I am working in an organization. I am telling you clearly, I am a teacher right now, I am working in an organization. When I'll write to my principal, I may write it down. I may write it down, respected sir, because I know my principal. Okay, when you write any official letter, you are not working there and you write to anyone, you are going to write compulsory sir. Sir के सिवा कुछ नहीं लिखना. Why? You can ask me why sir? Because I am telling you, see, sir itself is a respected word. Uske साथ you can't add it more respect. So that's why it is sufficient to give respect to any individual with the term sir. Enough. If the person is female, ma'am. Okay, clear it? So sir or ma'am. When authority is unknown, you can give slash and write sir or ma'am. Clear it? Subject, very short, to the point, no elaborating, no copy paste from the question. Okay, no copy paste from the question, very to the point. Next, contained, introduction, body, conclusion. You know, students, I have shared in the points, important points, how introduction, body, conclusion will be connecting each other. Introduction will be giving the content idea, means topic idea. Body will be connecting the introduction, means elaboration of the introduction will be done in the body, and will sum up the idea in the part of conclusion. It may be quoting, it may be giving suggestion, it may be addressing with some issue. Okay, if there's some issue in that case, we can address that in the conclusion. Okay, and signature, yours faithfully, Rohan Mathur. See students, some teacher accept when there is no title given in the question. You write only first name. Some teacher accepted. As per CBSE, there is no deduction of mark. but it is better you can write full name. It is better to write full name when you use a official letter. Better, when it is a better, means it is a better to get marks. It may, if you're writing only first name and leaving, you're not writing the title, it is not given in the question, sir, the question diya hi nahi hai. When it is not given in the question, you can write any title, so no issue, but full name should be there as a part of ending it, as it is a formal letter. Got it clear? Understood, all of you? If any doubt in this part, you can write it down to me. Everything is clear, I hope. If anything doubt till now, you can write it down. You can write it down. You can ask me. I'll help you out with the part of layout or the format of formal letter and important points. Whatever I have shared it. You have any doubt, you can connect to me. You can tell me. I'll help you out to clear it out. Clear, sir. Okay, that. Thank you, beta. I hope you are able to understand till now what I have taught you. Means I'm able to, whatever I have given you idea, you are able to understand. Thank you, students. So let's see the next one. Sample letter. Okay, yeah, sample letter. Just I'm keeping it here. I'm stopping it here, students. I'm just stopping it here. I'm just stopping it here. I'm just stopping it here. In the next class, I'll be continuing from here. Okay, so those who are new users watching my video live or attending my class, just again I'll remind you to subscribe my channel, like my video, and just press the bell icon here, so I can or you can see the video whatever I'll be uploading. Thank you, students, and keep watching. I'll be coming with the next part from here. Okay, thank you.